Soft, melancholic piano music begins, like a faded photograph coming into focus. A gentle, slightly accented voice begins, filled with a fragile weariness. Oh, darling, you wouldn't believe. It's not merely a tale of a disappointing hotel stay, you see. It has a dismantling, a chipping away at the very notion of civilized comfort. It began with a dream, a foolish, gilded dream of Singapore. Orchard Road, shimmering in my mind like a lost pearl. And I naturally selected the Orchard Rendezvous Hotel, Singapore. It sounded promising. You understand, I've been spoiled. My grandmother, she was a ballerina, a prima ballerina in Minsk. She instilled in me a profound appreciation for beauty, for precision. Everything must be just so. It is not snobbery, it is a sensitivity. And my parents, well, they invested. Let us just say I've been to places where the water temperature is anticipated, not a cruel surprise. So, the arrival, the absolute first affront. No hot water, none. Can you even imagine the sheer barbarity? Like being flung back into the Siberian winter, but indoors. It is not simply about a warm shower, is it? It is about dignity. It is about expecting a basic, fundamental human need to be met. It is about, frankly, not wanting to feel like a particularly unfortunate Arctic explorer. I alerted the front desk, of course. A technician arrived, a man who looked profoundly bored, and left a note. A note, as if a scribbled apology absolves them of the inherent indignity of cold water. It felt dismissive. And for a hotel boasting sustainability ability, honestly it is rather hypocritical to present such fundamental infrastructure failings. What message are they even sending? And the smell. Oh, the smell. A musty, clinging odor that settled in my throat and refused to leave. It was the smell of forgotten things, of damp corners and neglected spaces. Like the attic of a very sad, very old house. I complained. Again, a polite, carefully worded complaint. An apology was offered. Just an apology. No offer of a different room. Can you grasp the casual disregard? It's like offering a band-aid to someone with a gaping wound. It is not care, it is performance. It is showing the motions without the heart. A slight pause, a sigh that sounds like the rustling of dried leaves. Then, the safe, my passport. The one document, you understand, that links me to my entire life. Trapped. The keypad was fickle, a cruel joke. I had to summon the duty manager. The duty manager, to unlock my own identity. It is the principle of the thing, isn't it? The erosion of control. It is knowing someone else holds the key to your freedom, even if momentarily. I felt exposed, vulnerable, as if someone were purposefully making me feel small. And the breakfast, oh, the breakfast. Orchard Road, a beacon of culinary delight, and this? It was a tragedy. A pale imitation of abundance. Cold eggs, listless pastries, and a distinct lack of anything remotely appealing. It wasn't the lack of caviar, you understand. It was the lack of effort. The sheer, uninspired banality of it all. It wasn't fuel for the day, it was a passive-aggressive condemnation of my very existence. The piano music shifts slightly, becoming more dissonant. But it didn't end there, my dear. Oh no, it never does it? The real darkness unfurled slowly. 3 days I endured, 3 days of subtle but relentless assaults on my sensibilities. And then they moved me. To a better room, a gesture ostensibly of goodwill. But when I glanced at my files, I happened to see the notation was there, in cold, clinical handwriting, room with no hot water. It was a revelation. They knew about the cold water and they knowingly placed me there. It wasn't a mistake, it was a deliberate act. It's a systemic issue, a fundamental disrespect for the guest, not just an individual failure. It's a calculated devaluation of the experience. Then I heard of Sean, poor Sean. He had the audacity to
complain about a receptionist, Hema, whose attitude was, shall we say, lacking in refinement. And what happened?
The dark side of Orchard Rendezvous Hotel's neighborhood businesses near Orchard Rendezvous Hotel, Singapore, are like a carnival of disappointment. Bright lights, loud promises, and a lingering sense of betrayal. The area is supposed to be glamorous, convenient, a paradise for tourists. But peel back the shiny veneer and you'll find a world where customer service is a myth, quality is negotiable, and common sense is on vacation. Let's start with the shopping experience. Malls here are vast, glittering labyrinths designed to make you spend money, but not to make you comfortable. Iron Orchard, for example, is a monument to exhaustion. Visitors report a severe lack of seating, forcing tired shoppers, especially the elderly, to crouch on the floor like fugitives only to be scolded by staff. The nursing rooms. A tragic afterthought, with strangers barging in to refill water bottles while parents struggle with diaper changes. And if you dare to ask for help from concierge services, prepare for a masterclass in indifference. One guest was met with a sharp, "Can you tell me the reason why you cannot do this yourself?" A phrase that should never leave a hospitality worker's mouth. Then there's the dining scene. Tambuah Indonesian restaurant, a Michelin Guide entry, should be a culinary gem. Instead, it's a lesson in how to ruin good food with terrible service. Diners are treated like intruders, rushed out before closing, denied seating while waiting for companions, and served dishes that range from inedible to, "Why is this so expensive?" The oxtail soup, once a star, is now a chewy, flavorless tragedy. And if you ask for a missing dish, expect a blank stare and zero apologies. For coffee lovers, TCA Prologue at Millennia Walk is a cautionary tale. What was once a reputable cafe has devolved into chaos. Orders take forever, staff shout across the room like it's a marketplace, and the coffee, bitter, foamy, and served with a side of regret. One patron described their flat white as mostly foam, which is like ordering a sandwich and getting 2 pieces of bread with a single lettuce leaf in between. Now, let's talk relaxation, or the lack thereof. Nature Island at Changi Airport T3 promises rejuvenation but delivers pain. Massages here are less therapeutic and more interrogation technique. Guests report bruised limbs, elbows digging into spines, and masseuses who smell like cigarette smoke. One visitor woke up in more pain than before, a feat that should earn some kind of anti-award. Nightlife. Bar Rouge is a time capsule of bad decisions. The music is outdated, the crowd is a mix of rowdy teens and confused tourists, and the service is so poor it feels intentional. One guest was kicked out for asking where his 12 Fanta was. Another described the VIP experience as waiting at an empty table while staff argue. Even wine bars aren't safe. Wine Connection Bistro charges 8 for water without warning, serves rubbery lamb chops, and has staff who glare at you for daring to bring an extra person to your table. It's the kind of place where you leave feeling lighter, in both wallet and spirit. So, what's the verdict? Businesses near Orchard Rendezvous Hotel are a minefield of overpriced mediocrity, where basic courtesy is a luxury and quality control is a rumor. If you're staying here, brace yourself. Bring snacks, lower your expectations, and maybe pack a folding chair. Because in this neighborhood, comfort is a myth, and good service is a fairy tale.
So I've been looking into crimes near Orchard Rendezvous Hotel, Singapore, you know. And it's just so sad, like, people coming to this beautiful area and then getting scammed. It's just not right. Businesses near Orchard Rendezvous Hotel, Singapore, are like, super nice and friendly, but beware because some of them can be super shady too. Like, take this Instagram stranger scam at Cold Storage Supermarket in Palais Renaissance, Orchard Road. This lady would approach tourists, like befriend them, and then ask to use their phone to access Instagram, claiming she didn't have her own device. And then, these unknown men would try to lure the victims away after getting their personal details. Like, can you believe it? I mean, who does that? I predict the victims were probably super shocked and scared, like who wouldn't be, and probably felt so stupid for trusting someone they just met. And what about the lady and those men? They probably just disappeared, got away with it, and moved on to the next victim. It's just so wrong, you know. And then there's this luxury watch scam at Tradination store on Orchard Road. They would sell these high-end watches at super low prices, and people would trust them because they had a legit-looking store. But it was all a lie. The owners, Pai Jayapeng and Siriwipa Pansuk, would take the money and then disappear. Like, can you imagine paying tens of thousands of dollars and getting nothing in return? I predict the victims were devastated, like their whole vacation was ruined. And what about the owners? They probably just got away with it, lived a luxurious life, and left all these people with nothing. Businesses near Orchard Rendezvous Hotel, Singapore, are like, a mix of good and bad, you know. Some are genuine, but others are just out to scam you. Like, take these credit card scams at major retailers on Orchard Road, like Apple Store and Best Denki.